afternoon, Jules here. Welcome to my channel. So today what we're going to do is a fold and flip tag. Now inspiration comes from Sabrina Taylor for this. I have seen it before. I've seen it on Instagram and Pinterest, but I actually watched Sabrina Taylor's video. Now the other week we did this one. Now this was again inspired by Sabrina Taylor, and it's kind of a one sheet wonder, as you can see, and that was my sort of like take on what Sabrina had done. But what Sabrina actually did was she did it that way and made tags out of them. So you get your A4 and divide it into 3, then in half, then you cut down so you've got a tag, a tag, a tag, and so you've got like a kind of a tag there, flip, flip, and they're just nice to pop into your journals and things like that. So I've got this is an A4, so mine is I think it's 8 inches and a quarter there, so that makes it 2 6/8. If you wanted, you could just kind of fold them, but when it comes to something like this, I like to. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will have a slightly shorter one, and I'm just going to turn it round again and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's kind of 2 3/4, and then in half. So we've got 11 and a half, 11 and 7/8. So and that should be perfect. It's a little bit out, never mind. You can just trim that off. And then we want to fold these. Okay. So we've got that there. So now what we want to do is we want to cut away down 2 of these lines. But what I'll do is I'll ink round them. Right, so we've got that. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut and I'm just slightly cutting this side of the crease. And then I'm just cutting this side of the crease just to take a slither out. And you can see it is just a slither. Again, I'm just cutting it right up to the halfway crease. And again, just, and then what I'm doing is I'm just putting it together. I'm going to trim off that little bit at the bottom. And we'll need to ink those, so we've got that one there, and then just and if you've got a bit that sticks out like that, because yeah, I can trim a little bit off that. And we'll see if that, there. So I just took, you can see, I didn't take a lot off it. It was just a, so if you don't get your measurements right, don't worry about it. You can always take a little bit off. And then what I want to do is I would normally use my punch for this, but I'm using, now if you don't have one of these, you can use your scissors and just, so you know what you cut off, or you can use your store card. I used that to cut that, so you could use your store card and just trim down, turn it over and trim it up like that. It's entirely up to you. You could have round bits, rounded corners. So there we are, we have the start of our, so what I want to do now is I want to do a little bit of stamping in the background, and I'm just using stamps that I got from Timu. They're just advert stamps and script stamps. So I'll use this one, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo again. Move it out the way so I'm just not. And you can roll it on. And you can't really make out what the text's saying. It's just to give it a background. And I think we'll use a different one. This one's more of an advert. Because it's silicone, it's kind of sticking to my fingers, so I can and I'm just doing it all at different angles. And do a little bit more here. And there we are. So there we've got that. Now what I have got for this one is, on that one I just used just old pictures, these pictures I got, they're Kanban, or they were all kind of stuck together. They're called sepia photographs. I've had them for absolute years and I quite like that. And I just used some pretty papers and ticket papers and washi tape and everything. But on this one, what I've got is I've got some of these. Now this comes with one of the Take and Create kits that I've got. So if if you get my Take and Create, you will have these anyway. So I'm going to do this one, I think. And I might put a little bit of book page behind it, we'll see. Now I've got some stained book page. Right, just bear with me, there's somebody at the door, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, just somebody selling something. So I've got some kind of whiter book page here. It's from a encyclopedia. I'm just inking around the edges. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put make that a tag top. Oh. That's it. Take a little bit more. I'm going to put that on there. So we'll stick that on there first. And then we'll just rip that off there. Now, are we going to have to decide which way we're going to have it? We're going to have a tag at the top, or we're going to have, I think what I'll have it as what on earth have I done? That's it. I think I've got it. That's it. So that's it. So it's a tag first. A flip, sorry. It is a tag. So I think we'll put that there. I'm not putting any glue at the bottom of the book page yet, because I've not decided what I want sticking out to the bottom, because I've got some cheesecloth, but I'm not sure about this colour. No, I'll cut it. Otherwise it just pulls all the strings out. And then we'll cut it again. So we've got some raggy bits. And I've also got some scrap bits of material that I've been, oh, there's another bit. that I've been stamping on, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll put the trimmets. This is fabric glue. And we'll put that there. That doesn't catch, I can always put more glue on there. And I think we'll have that there. So I just want to decide what I want to stamp on there first. I think I'll have blessings. That's if it fits. Just. And I'm using Onyx Black by Versifine. And it's gone off a little bit, but it doesn't matter. And there we are. And you can put some more, I've got some little labels here if I wanted to put, I think we'll put one of these, just, and we'll have that there. So then underneath, what I normally do is I normally put a pocket, and I was using other bits of ephemera to make the pockets. I think we've got some here, and I think what we might do is we might have a long actually we'll have this one, and we'll have it as a put a little notch in it, and to ink around your notch I'll just bend it like that. And then we'll just pop that under there. And we'll decide what to put in it once we've got them all done. So this one, so we've got a rose there. I think I might, I thought I had another, there we have. Another similar coloured rose, or should we have that one there and have that one in the middle, I think. And I think we'll put that one down. So we're not putting any, in fact I'm going to take the corners off, so it's And I've not put any book page behind that one. I wasn't that bothered, but I think we might have a little bit of book page up here. And oh, should we have some more of this? I've got more bits of thread and everything. So what we're going to stamp on that one. Just looking, I think we'll do the art. I was just looking for a stamp that would stamp on that. And again, I love stamping on bits of cloth and material and stuff. It always looks nice. They always make nice labels. And again, we'll go with the just pull that out a bit. And we'll just take these threads off there. And this Trimmit's glue I've had for years. It's going a little bit thick, that's why I'm using this rather than my Fabri-Tac. Plus my Fabri-Tac usually, I have been using it, it kind of removes your nail varnish. So I do apologise for the way my nails are at the moment. So there we are, we've got that one. Then we've got this one, so that's done that wrong, haven't I? That should have gone that way. Doesn't matter. Normally I would have the middle one and the two tags either side, but it's just the way it's happened. So we've got a flat one now, so I think what we'll do is we'll do a little pocket, and I'm going to use some of this craft card. And I'm going to rip it. It's actually quite strong, that craft card. So I think I will give it a little trim. And I'm going to do a bit of stamping on the front of that one as well. And I am going to use the, which one am I going to use? I think we'll use this one. It's a Paris postage stamp. I'll put the, and just guess in the middle, the notch in, again bend it, get a little bit more, And yeah, I don't know, might not be dark enough. We'll see. If it's not dark enough, I'll go over it with a darker. It's okay. It is definitely okay. And when I put pockets in, I just make sure that they're not, they don't go over that line, that they just kind of sit in the middle. And then it won't affect with any your creases. As I say, this is kind of strong craft card. It's thicker than I normally use, but it's just scraps that I've had lying on my desk from doing the albums, so I'm using it. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm just going to do a little number on there, and that's if I can find one. We'll do this one. It's too big, but it'll do. Phone's buzzing. I think it might be my daughter-in-law. She's taking lessons and she's managed to get hold of a car, so I'm going out and sitting with her. Because my son can't do it because he's not had his license long enough. And I think we'll put that up there like that. And I think I'm going to do this again. Now we're going to do it on the bottom like that. And that is quite cool. And again, we'll think of something to put in there. So we've got this one. Now, do you know what? I think what I might do is I might have them all on the same. I think I will. So we'll put that one up there, so we'll have and see if I've got more book page with just put that one up there. Now we need some of this cloth, so I'm not putting it down at the bottom until I've got some of this off. be enough. Yeah. So again, and have I got any more of these ripped up? No. These are just bits of linen that I think I was making an album cover, so it was just the bits that were kind of left. And what we're going to have on that, we'll have a letter. I've just got a pile of stamps here on my desk, and it's like I have to wash them all and sort them all out. Again, it doesn't fit on fully, it's fine. I think we'll put this one down here actually. I don't want them all exactly the same. So we've got what we've got underneath these. Oh, we never done anything under this one. So we need to do something under this one now. So we've got two pockets. So I think we'll have like a side pocket. And this is just like a scrap pad that I got. It could have been from AliExpress, Temu, Amazon. I don't really know. I've had it that long. And yep, better rip it. And we want a bit at the end. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a side pocket. And I don't need a notch in that. There we are. Then we come to the back, and I'm just putting these down. So I think we'll have the daisy one in the middle, and I think we will have them all just I might use something different. So I think we might keep them to one side, and what I might do is I might use these. These are from, they're cut parts from a scrapbook that I had. I've decided that I'm going to have to start using my scrap pads. I've got loads and I've been sat there doing nothing, and I just cut all these away. And it doesn't matter if they're that way. So I'm going to make pockets. So again, I'm going to do little notches in them. I'm just guessing the middle. Again. I think I might use a little bit of music. No, you can't see it, you can if I do it that way. Again, these are just all scraps that I've had lying on my desk that need used up. Probably put the music upside down, but and again we'll ink round that. And I didn't ink round that one. Should have done, but I didn't. And again we'll just pop that there in the middle. So now what we're looking for is we're looking for little tags and things to go in there. So I'm just going to move all this big pile of stamps out of the way. Just cut that down to 2 inches. We'll try it in this one. Right, so what I need is I need a metal ruler, and just when you stick pockets down without sort of like flaps, you know, like gusset type flaps, your glue tends to come in as well. So I just put my ruler down and just move the glue a little bit. Nope. That's it. Make sure that goes in there, and then I'll use my so this is 2 inches, so that's the middle one. Well, I think we better straighten that up a bit. Still not very straight, but there we've got that. And again, you get these little bits. Put that in there, and I think we'll try and get a little one out of here. So, got a little fat one. And again, this is just from when I was doing the Dragonfly album. It's just the bits that was covering the pages with, so and got another bit here. Again, let me see, do I need to cut this one down? Yeah, cut it down to 2 inches. So I'll just do a normal tag on this one. Whoops, just throwing my ink blender out. And then these little tags you've got for journaling. I mean, you can journal on those bits as well. That's why, one of the reasons I just used a brown ink. And then this one, move that up to there. Do just little corners on all of them. So there's plenty of journaling spots on these, and you know, you've got your little bits and pieces that fit in your pocket for journaling on. And if you wanted, you could put a ribbon around that. I haven't, but if you wanted to, you would do that. Probably stick your ribbon on there before you put your pocket down or whatever. But there you are. And on that one, I put a little stud in, and I think we'll do that on that one. So these are a bit too long. If your split pins are a bit too long, you can cut them down like that. And all I do is I just lift that up, just gets the middle. I should have a bit of foam underneath here, but if you put your finger under, just watch, because it is so. I know I've done it. Stud under there, and then just open the pin. And if you want to cover that up, you can use a bit of washi tape, and you can use any washi tape. I'm just using a bit of script. And then I'm just putting it on there. and that's it stuck. So there we are. It's easy peasy. Now I've got a messy desk. So that one's made out of craft card and it's photographs. That one's bits of ephemera. There's lots of pockets, and as you can see, it's just a one-page wonder. So if you open it all out, you've got that on that side, and you've got that on that side, and that's for your journaling spots, bits and pieces. And if you wanted, you could have that one that way, put something on that, but I decided to put them all on that one. That one isn't, that one's two flaps are on the outside and the middle flaps on the other side. So it's entirely up to you. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it works no matter which way you do it. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.